Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so let's see. What does Capricorn need to know? Okay, and already. What does Capricorn need to know? Alright, firstly, I don't like to see the cards when they fall out the deck. Main or side. Main message. Present. Wait. About this one, you can keep it, but where environment, not it. Choose this. Okay, so where does it go? Present. Wait. Side message. Alright, so what else for Capricorn? For what they need to know? Dang. Come on, Capricorn. Dang it. Okay, one moment, because that was me. Okay, don't want because they mix the cards, mix and match. Because like I said, I don't like to see the cards before I place them. Because I want to make sure they're actually part of the reading. I'm guided by... No. Take this one. What about this one? Take it or leave it? Leave it. Alright, now for the final card, what's the last thing for what Capricorn needs to know? So, Spirit. Main or side message though. Pardon me. Listen. Yeah, I really don't like when they do that. They at least give a few cards so I know exactly what's supposed to come out instead of just telling me to take it. It's part of the main spread. But anyway, let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. Ace of Water. The Scribe. 3 of Earth. Journey. 4 of Fire. The Child. Thought. And 6 of Air. What? Either some of y'all also have Virgo in your chart, or I feel like I didn't shuffle these cards well enough or didn't do it right, but Spirit saying yes, the fuck you did. And the only reason because your reading is similar to that of Virgos. Two of the cards are the same in the exact same placement. The only thing that's different is the child. You have it as one of your past course of actions you can take, whereas they had it for what they can expect for the upcoming week. Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah, they did have it for one of their options as well. You know what? Let's get into this to see what's going on here for you, Capricorn. For your current energy, the energy you currently find yourself in, you may be, it's showing up as you're closed off to love. Limited, restrictive, fading emotional spark, no new connections, emotional withdrawal. I'm hearing seeking a time of peace away from, seeking a time of peace away from others. So Capricorn, I don't know what happened, but it seems like you're withdrawing from love altogether. You don't want friendships, you don't want a relationship, you don't want a partnership, you don't even want a coworker looking in your direction. Dang. If a group project comes up for schoolwork, don't even look at me to be it. Like, you'd be one of the people that in the call saying, excuse me, can I opt out? I don't need a partner, I can take care of it myself. While the rest of the class looking at me like, dang, what we do. You know what, let me get it out. But yeah, you're really not trying to be bothered with anybody. As far as the energy in your environment, you have the scribe. Usually a scribe that takes down notations, he dictates everything. Supposed to be an unbiased source of information, repeats everything back to you the way it was stated earlier in the day, but in this case it's like the energy in your environment is like misinformation, miscommunication. There's time gaps. Say for example, if a situation happened and it's important to know everything that was said or did, where's the rest of the communication? Where's everything? Because there's some pieces missing out of the story. I'm not saying someone in your environment is a liar, it's just that 2 and 2 is not adding up. You feel like something's not being spoken about, or you're receiving somebody's biased opinion about what it is that's going on, what somebody said, how someone truly feels, what they're currently working on. Either they're exaggerating or they're giving you misinformation, or not telling you the full story, just bits and pieces, what they think you need to know from their own perspective instead of being a reliable, unbiased source. I'm hearing you can't trust anybody these days. Now, this could be a specific person. This could just be how you feel overall about the people you find yourself out, or I'm hearing the people that you live with. Because every other day there's always something going on and no one's telling the full story. You have 3 different people, you get 3 different versions. No way to say which one is true or even close to accurate. Dang, okay. This is showing up as a weakness, the 3 of Earth. The 3 of Earth is sometimes finding support in the unexpected places. Weighing a risk and accepting the reward, but in this case, you're not taking chances. Don't ask me for help. Don't try and support me. Don't look for me when you need assistance. So yeah, you're not trying to communicate, collaborate, or work with anyone, which puts you at I'm hearing it puts you at a greater risk. Puts you at a greater risk of seeing a poor result. So there's something that you may be working on, whether it be at work, side project, side hustle, where it may be required that you partner up and team up with somebody just for extra support, because I'm hearing there's many hats involved, many roles that need to be played out. You may be trying to do everything all on your own, and it's becoming, I don't want to say a burden, just more than you can handle, which is leading to a piss poor result. You're not weighing the risk of failure appropriately, because you know you're capable of filling all roles. What you're not capable of doing is fulfilling all roles at the same time simultaneously. That's what you're not factoring, which is why it's leading to the result you're currently getting, and hence it's coming up as a weakness instead of strength. And in your present moment, you have journey. I'm hearing you have to choose. I'm hearing stand alone, suffer in silence, pretending you have sunny days ahead, or take a chance. Take a gamble on a risk you know is more likely than not to pay off. So again, for some of you, it could be taking on a partner. It could be seeking advice. I'm hearing taking out a loan, financial institutions. So if there is something you're trying to do, but you need financial backing, you have the choice to stick it out on your own, see what income you can make on your own, or try to get a loan to help you support you part of the way until your income is up where it needs to be. But what's mostly showing up, like what's showing more than anything else, is you just simply saying what it is you're trying to do and getting moral support or verbal assistance. You're not letting them in on the project. That's key. That's number one. I don't see you doing that. More of, you need an alternate perspective on how to make it work. Okay, now based on the energy that has come out so far, there are three options, the three paths or courses of action that you can take based on the present energy showing up in the reading. The first being the Four of Air. I'm hearing you're not fucking around. You're taking aim and finding out your destination. You know exactly where you want to be, how soon you want to get there. You know what your target goal is, and what is required to ensure you succeed. You're motivated, passionate, and you have the drive to see this through. The question is, will you take all the necessary action to get to where you want to be? So again, it goes back to your present moment. Whether you do or don't, you're still striving for success. One road proves more difficult than the other. Now, I don't have to clarify to know how Spirit intends this, because it's different for everybody. Not all of you are going to experience the same thing. For some of you, if you choose to work with somebody and just even get their opinion and their perspective, for some of you, that can be the road that's harder, because this person's not who you thought they were, who you thought they were. They're not the support you need, or they're supporting you, just not in a way that benefits you. Whereas others, it's the road where you're doing it on your own. That proves to be the greater challenge, because, like as I said earlier, you have to wear all these different hats, play all these different roles at the same fucking time. And it can prove to be more than you could handle, and it's going to take you a minute to get the hang of things before you figure out you can't do it all at once. You have to pick and choose what days you're going to wear which hats and focus on which tasks. Every Capricorn is different. But anyway, that's for those who are resonating with this path or course of action. You also have the Child, more optimistic than realistic. I'm hearing soon it'll fade into pessimism. The moment things turn sour, you see the harsh reality of an adult life. You don't always get the help and support you want. It's cute when you're younger and the world seems like a magical place where anything is possible. You can become anything you want to be. But the moment you grow out of that fairy tale, you open up your eyes to see all things in life require hard work and discipline. Sometimes you have to let go of your dreams and make do with the path you have right in front of you. Okay. So this is more of the negative aspect of this card than the positive. Okay. And lastly, you have thought. I'm hearing you're changing your perspective, you're changing your attitude. Things can't remain the same if you want a better outcome. I'm hearing something from the past is holding you back. Relationships, no matter what form they take, never played out in your favor, which fueled this perpetual cycle of pain, abuse, mistreatment, letdown, fear, anxiety, disappointment. So Capricorn, you may have had more than one toxic, devastating, heartbreaking, what the heck am I gonna do kind of relationships, or with family, friend, or love. And it kind of fed feeding into and reinforcing this idea that friends aren't worth it, love is not the best, family ain't shit. But with thought being here, it's, you're re-examining your way of thinking. You're not fully understanding where it comes from, like you're not prying into your own personal thoughts and understanding where they come from, more of taking a harder look into how you view relationships as a whole. And thinking about what can change to make this a better outcome. So if you are thinking about taking somebody on for help and support, you're considering what needs to change, what you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable, the type of person you need to in order to be comfortable and able to work around them. You're focusing more on the mental aspect than the emotional, where you're just saying fuck no. You're thinking more, you're considering you're working through the mental to make sure you can have what you need to gain success and what it is you're trying to do. So basically, yeah, considering the possibility that you're willing to do anything and everything to get the dream life, the goal that you want, letting that shit go and die out, because as an adult you realize how tough the world can be, and it's better to settle instead of striving for something you know is damn near impossible. Oh, okay, Capricorn. And no, that's not me saying it that way, nor is it spirit. It's more of how you may perceive it. Because again, this is one of your paths or courses of action that you may take. And those of you who may resonate with this path or course of action, either now or in the near future, you may have already considered, if not now, maybe possibly later, that's nearly impossible to do on your own. And you don't have the stomach for it, you don't have the strength, you don't have the bandwidth. Whereas thought, considering all the options, considering all the factors that come into play in terms of you being capable of working with somebody else and not just standing alone. What's needed on your part, what's needed on their part, and coming to a middle ground. Now, no matter what path or course of action you take, what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, you have the 6 of air. What I hear strongly is diversifying your mind. Not every person is the same. We all are unique. Although share similar characteristics, you compare those in your past, even still, you'll be able to pinpoint the differences among the similarities of how they talk, how they walk, how they dress, how they behave. You'll notice a pattern. Hey, I'm hearing it's time to break the chain. See things from a different perspective. Not all things are in black and white. Sometimes you can neither forgive nor forget, but you do need to release the pain and sorrow, that clings to your internal thoughts, that has shaped the core of your being and acts as a deterrent, keeping you away from what could be healthy relationships and connections, whether they be mental, emotional, physical. So yeah, you may be challenging your own way of thinking or perceiving relationships. And coming to understand that not everybody is the same, even though someone could be similar to your ex, similar to a friend you had a falling out with, similar to, oh dang, I'm hearing similar to a backstabbing traitor you never should have given your trust to. Even when you see the similarities, try to find the differences. You could miss out on a good opportunity by focusing too much on how they're the same instead of noticing how they're different and going based off of that. Alright. But anyway, let's clarify for Capricorn. Come on. Alright. Anything else for Capricorn? Okay. Just because I don't want to see the cards when they fall out the deck. Main side. Wait. Main message. Excuse me, Capricorn. That's the main message. Where does it go? Take this one? Yes or no? No. Not it. Wait. So what about this one? Wait, main or side? Main or side? Okay, so Capricorn have truth for Ace of Air, harmony for Three of Earth. Journey has material and spiritual prosperity. The Child has firm foundation. And the Six of Air has the waiting game. Interesting. So less clarification and more of advice for you. With the Ace of Air being clarified by truth, is trying to get to the heart of the matter. You say you don't want love, but yearn for... You say you don't want love, but you yearn for a physical connection. You say you don't want friends, but have an empty space that used to be filled in your heart. You notice the void of something lacking. Not just the love of others, but love of self. You know this because of the mistreatment you allowed from others. And why is that? How you treat yourself is not a reflection, one moment. What are you trying to say with the spirit? How you treat yourself is a sign to others of how you view and value yourself. And they mirror that same level of value. Did they really mishandle you, or did you put up with a lot of unnecessary shit? Excusing it away, calling it misunderstanding. Ignoring your own intuition, trying not to see the red flags. You were warned countless times when you felt you knew better, but failed to heed the truth. Don't avoid the truth in this as well. Your heart is closed off for a valid reason, but it shouldn't make you cold. Just for right now, no longer open to business until you can repair the damage that has been done. Just to be you know what, I'm not even gonna do that. Because Capricorn, it's not a blaming thing, it really isn't. But it does happen too often where people do excuse away bad behavior and say, oh, that's just who they are. Or because you're wearing rose-colored glasses, you don't always notice the signs of what's right in front of you. So, if it came off as blaming, because I had to play it back in my head and know how it sounded, it's not blaming you for anything that you went through. Just highlighting the fact that there are some things that you were aware of, some signs that you did see, and looking back you may be aware of what those signs are, but in that moment you excused it away, dismissed it, downplayed it, didn't believe your own eyes, didn't trust your intuition because they're your friend or you have history. You know who this person can be or whatever reason. Point of the message is the signs were there, and you're lying to yourself saying that it was all them, they tricked you, they deceived you. No, the signs were there. They were showing you who they were. You just wasn't seeing it, and you wasn't fully seeing it, you wasn't believing it. It wasn't fully clicking. And again, no, it's not blaming, it's just, it is what it is. And sometimes you gotta be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I noticed that, I saw that, I just didn't think anything of it. Just input some. Okay. With Three of Earth clarified by harmony, I'm hearing it's time to find balance with the people you love. Don't push them away when they seek only to help. Start off small. Yeah, I'm hearing start off small, earn your trust. In a situation of small risk, the way Spirit is saying it and also showing it to me is like, put the people around you to a test. You don't trust them. You don't want them around you for nothing. But to find a middle ground, find some balance with them, because there are people around you that truly do want to help and mean you no harm. So put them to the test. Give small trust errands, small little favors, things that aren't a big risk to you, but does have meaning, does have value, does have significance. Let them earn your trust and respect. Let them show you who they are and what they're willing to do for you and how capable they are of listening to you when you're going through a hard time and actually supporting you. Because what I'm hearing again is you can find help in unsuspecting places, like the places you would not think to look. For some of you, even the people that you think are the worst couldn't care less about you. Like if you dropped dead in the street one day, they wouldn't shed a tear, they wouldn't care. Could possibly be the one that would be there for you the most. And you would never know it. Next, you have journey clarified by material and spiritual prosperity, but with the red border, this is a card of action. So one way or another, no matter which path you choose to take, I'm hearing the only wrong choice is to do nothing. You have to take a step forward. Even if you start on one path, you can cross over to another. They both have the same destination, just different lengths of time. You will reap the rewards of the path you choose to set upon, but as there are different lengths, as they are different lengths, and you may travel at two different speeds. Because remember, one is with you traveling alone, and the other one is with you traveling with a person. There's no way to say for sure which one may be the longer path, but both will lead to a self-fulfilling outcome. So for some of you, it could lead to a change in your environment, like relocating to a new home. Money flows to you easier and a lot sooner than you expected. Like one moment you're going through a hard time, the next you have money in your next day you have money in your pocket enough to last you for the week. Even I would say that would count as a change of finances, but no, when you're in a state of abundance, like spiritual prosperity, when you're in a state of abundance, that when that is your being, money just flows to you naturally, and sometimes quickly, coming to you out of nowhere, and that's how it's presenting itself for you, regardless of which path you take. Now, how fast depends on you, Capricorn, because again, when you're paired with somebody, sometimes for some of you that could be the road that's slower, Whereas others with you, if you're doing it solo, that can be your path that's actually slower than if you have somebody's assistance. Now with the child here clarified by the firm foundation, for any of you who resonate with this path or course of action, this is not so much as, this is advice, but more of advice on how to stay away from this path. Remember, with the child here, you're letting go of your dreams, you're letting go of whatever it is you're working towards, and settling for something different. I'm hearing, because with this, there's no point, it's worth more than the energy I have for it, but with firm foundation, you need to set boundaries with yourself. It's time to put your foot down, leap into action, face yourself for who you truly are, and command your own respect. How can you ever expect to respect yourself if you're so willing to give up on your dream at the drop of a hat when times get tough? It's when times get tough that you need to stand firm in your commitment and progress towards your goal. Yeah, progress towards your goal no matter the cost. Nothing worth achieving is worth sacrifice. That could mean time, that could mean patience. That could be letting go of your self-pride, your hesitation, your fear, your self-imposed restrictions. Let it all go, fall to the way if they are not needed, not serving you, and holding you back from your greatest strength. So yeah, Spirit is basically telling you how to avoid this path where you could either shift into the 4 of air or thought. Yeah, because Spirit, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're working on, Spirit don't want you to let it go. And honestly, you shouldn't have to, just because your fears, your doubts, any limitations you're imposing on yourself holding you back. You shouldn't lose doubt just for that. And lastly, with the 6 of air, what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, you have the waiting game. It's more of a spiritual card. I'm hearing spiritual enlightenment and understanding takes time to obtain and achieve. So does knowledge and wisdom. The knowledge and understanding, all factors that play into a situation, as well as the wisdom to know that you're not in control of the actions of others. We all have free will, we all have choice. It can take time to see that damage that has been done. And understanding what it is you must do to overcome these pains and obstacles. Not born of your own creation. You'll never let the actions of others hold you back. But healing, growth, wisdom, understanding, and commitment to self takes time, and time you have in abundance. So, this too is more of advice, because remember with 6 of air, you're noticing the patterns you've been repeating, similarities in people you find yourself around. hearing liars, manipulators, agitators, downright no good. You're seeing similarities, getting caught up in similarities, focusing not too much on the differences. And it's time you got back to focusing on what it is you know, not your personal biases. Just doing the mental work to understand everything that's happened so far. How it's affected you and how to grow through it and past it. And Spirit's making clear you do have time. You don't have to rush the process. This is not a process you want to rush. Yeah, I don't know what Capricorn this reading was for, but overall I do like this reading for you, Capricorn. But anyway, this is the reading I have for you. I hope you did enjoy it and gain some insight from the reading. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Capricorn.